to hit someone, to be hit.
Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch-along of England versus Samoa in the opening game of the Rugby League World Cup. Was 2021, but it's now 2022, folks. So, like, subscribe to the notification, get the post, and hopefully we'll have a good game and hopefully England can get the win, folks.
Thanks for that, John. Lois, what did you want?
Very much. I'm quite a nervous player, and luckily for me, playing at hooker, I got my hands on the ball really early. But just get some contact, and make sure that you're doing something for your team to put them on the front foot.
The ground looks great. I mean, you know, they've dressed it really well. Flags at either end, massive flags in the stand opposite the tunnel. We're waiting for the teams to come out. At this rate, I might be handing straight to Tess and Claudia for Strictly. Who knows? Predictions. Quick.
Come on, England! Come on, England!
I think it's a close game, but I think it's a home crowd and a good prep, so I'm going England.
I'm going England as well. FA is going to win them. Okay. To paraphrase the Kaiser Chiefs, oh my God, I can't believe that last 20 minutes. Here's a man who's a master at filling the gaps. Dave Woods.
Well, first, the noise would have hit them. And then that roar of expectation and excitement gives way to a fantastic sight here at St. James's Park. Flags flying of these two nations all around the stadium. 50,000 or so rugby league roaring fans in here. Who needs an opening ceremony when you've got a game like this to look forward to? And we're going to hear the two anthems. First of all, the Samoan anthem sung by Isabella Moore.
They look like some bricks. Some other bricks are the Samoans. Second stream of the day, folks.
Superb. Absolutely superb. And next, God Save the King, sung by the lady who is the voice of English Rugby League, Lizzie Jones.
My voice is a bit broken after the chest game. We gotta go for it. We gotta go and show what we can do, this, that, and upper. We gotta show passion. We gotta show the heart. We gotta show the loyalty, and we gotta go for it today. Do I think we can go into it? Yes. It just all depends on how the game goes. Come on, England!
It feels like such a long wait for us to get to this moment. 7 years ago they started planning the World Cup. We had the COVID issues, of course, that meant an extra year's delay. But now, in this fabulous stadium, in front of this fabulous crowd, we are just seconds away. And we're going to see now the Manu Simatau, the Samoan cultural dance ahead of kickoff. World Cups are full of magical moments like this.
This just sounds weird, but it's like cultural for him. They're going to stand tall. Random. Jesus, it sounds like a walking animal coming to the lion's den. Fuck me. I love this sort of thing because it just shows the passion. They're literally not standing down their England, which is good. Well done, England! Stand your wagging ground! Have that without your peril!
What is going to be a terrific drama over this next 5 weeks. Sensational.
I just love that. I've seen the ones where New Zealand do it. Oh my god, it makes the hairs on your neck stand still.
And England will be hoping that they can match that.
This is your England lineup for today's game against Samoa.
The Samoan side featuring several who played in the NRL Grand Final just a few weeks ago.
And then I'm going to give you something that we haven't done in this channel, some stats on our... So there's your stats. 3 wins to Samoa's 0. They both played... England have played 33 games in the World Cup. Samoa played 15. Samoa won 6 to England's 20. There's 24.3, which is points to Samoa's 19.9, and 5 wins since the 2017 World Cup to Samoa's 2. So all in favour in England's court. Because we're going to try and do that, so we're going to put like stats to it this time.
Referee is a man who's very used to refereeing in this country. Ashley Klein, he's currently in the NRL. We've got a couple of video referees, Alan G and Robert Hicks is there for the captain's challenge. We'll explain more of that as it goes on. But important roles by some very experienced officials for this opening game. So who are we looking forward to watching today? Brian Noble, first of all, who's the firecracker in the England lineup?
Well, for our viewers, I think England, who won't be well known over here, is a boy from Skipton who plied his trade in the NRL from a junior, was brought up in that system, but he's clearly a Northern Englishman. He's been killing it for the Brisbane Broncos. His excitement, his body movements in the centres, have been really valuable to this England team.
And Jiffy, what about the Samoan team?
There's a lot of players to pick from, obviously the Penrith Panthers backline, but this kid is special. So he is just...
Unfortunately, I don't have the Samoan lineup for you, unfortunately, because it didn't post it and stuff like that.
You know, kick chase is supposed to be good, because I think that's going to be crucial today. If England can keep Samoa out of that 20-metre area and have a good kicking game, you know, this is going to be an absolute belter of an opening match.
The moment of togetherness, 13 seconds when players of all nations through the tournament will support equality and put a case for anti-discrimination. One game together. Tommy Makinson pawing the ground, ready to get us underway. Now the noise lifts. Sean Wayne, the England coach, looking on. It's going to be sensational.
England gets underway. England versus Samoa in the start of the Rugby League World Cup,
And
folks.
it all starts right here, right now. It's Samoa who get first touch of the ball at the World Cup 2021. Brian Noble, Jonathan Davis alongside.
Right, I just liken this. This is the main event. We had a slight distraction beforehand. This is world-class main event. We've got two teams that are really going to get stuck into each other. I think the difference is I think England have to be uber disciplined, work over Samoa's middle, which is considerable to say the least. What we're going to see is such physical animals from the Samoan team. Their players are athletically gifted, are highly skilled, and 9 of them played in a grand final not 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, two good sides here, and I think, you know, it's not knockout stage yet, but it's important to get a good win under your belt, because I think as winners you go each side of the draw. But I just expect a good kicking, but discipline will be key, because that gives field position.
Well, there's the first carry from Tommy Makinson. We're going to see plenty of that through this tournament.
Back
There's no consideration for personal health and safety when Tommy Makinson runs the ball in, hitting those big fellas hard. And Herbie Farnworth now, first test match for Herbie Farnworth in the centres. Dom Young will be playing on his outside as well, and now Chris Hill, the veteran. It's some big bumper bars coming his way. But England looking to ramp it up in these early stages.
Well, it's a good opening set so far by England, Dave.
Tompkins looking for the kick to the corner. Was he taken late? The referee says no. It's picked up by Soalihi. And Somoa get the chance to carry again here.
Yeah, I think he will be very, very happy with that first set. Look where they turned the ball over. Tompkins, you know, the good kick, but they put a lot of pressure on him.
Right at dummy half, it's going to be taken by Luhai towards that right-hand side, and England looking to dominate at this end of the ground if they can. It's a fairly mooted atmosphere at the moment. I think England were hoping the fans would really get behind them. Let's see that atmosphere lift in these next few minutes.
Well, I think they're feeling out the atmosphere like everybody else here. There's an element of nervousness around everywhere, and nice smart kick that from Noah, wasn't it? On the sideline.
I thought he went for the 40-20 there, just short on it. Yeah, I think he's slightly, you know, subdued at the moment. Both sides will be patient at the start, trying to feel each other out. You know, looking for the first header to get that first attacking opportunity. You know, you've just got to be patient, wait, not chase things, and just finish your sets.
Well, England get possession back here. Sean Wayne looking on. England coach. 4 games in 4 years for him. It's been a long, long time, hasn't it? Appointed before the COVID epidemic, pandemic. Missed out a lot of international rugby league. The Kangaroos should have been over here a couple of years ago. The World Cup itself should have been staged last year, but everything put on hold because of what the world's been through. McAlorum out of dummy half for England. Taken on now by Victor Radley. Just short of that halfway line. McAlorum again. Now Tompkins with a skip towards that right-hand side. Quick hands all the way out to Young. Young's going to try and take on Tabuai Fidel on that outside. It's another set of 6 here for England. They start the tackle count right from the beginning, so Chris Hill can charge it in. And England have a great platform here.
It's the first opportunity now for England. Another set, full set here.
And it goes to Wellesby. Now it's with Williams. Pop back on the inside and almost ripped through. Quickly played. Tompkins goes left. Dummy show by Williams. That's how close they are to the line here, right at the start of the game.
Here we go, folks. I'm back quickly.
Resets the attacking line.
Here comes England.
Out of the momentum, out of the movement.
Well, they've still got tackles in the back here. Comes out to Williams.
Here comes England. Oh, so close to the line are England.
Last tackle. Last tackle in the set. 5 out. McAlorum spins it back. Here comes Williams.
Here comes England. Try! Is that a try for England? We don't know. We do not know if that's a try for England, folks.
Huge moment.
But that could be a huge moment in the game so far.
Well, a couple of things to look for here, isn't there? Whether it's a try or whether it's a penalty for England as well.
Well, I personally think it's no try. I don't think he quite got there, but he was impeded, so...
I think it's a body language.
Well, the video referee
Video ref to director.
is Adam G.
Could you please could you please pause it on the boot here? Yeah, left side kick chaser offside. I'll monitor the player near the goalpost. Yep. Yep. Okay. Can I get that replay, please? I need to see the contact on the chaser coming through before we go to grounding. Your best angle on the contact.
Could it be a try for England, folks?
Yep. Okay, so play this through, please. All right, can you go to a close-up on this grounding and go slow, please?
Right, he's lost it. He's lost it.
Okay, so we have no
He's lost it.
there from Herbie Farnworth, but we have Anthony Milford changing direction.
Yeah, but then that should be a foul.
At Whitehead.
I would say they shouldn't give the try, but they also should give a foul, a penalty, due to the fact that the player originally would have got to the ball before he did.
Well, it's going to be no try, but it is going to be a penalty for England by the sounds of it, right in front of the sticks.
Well, I think he was impeded.
Yeah.
And that's why they've got the penalty. It clearly didn't ground the ball. It's a fabulous kick from Williams, and it's great on the end of some pressure, so it's the next best thing to a try.
I think that's a good call. It's definitely obstruction.
So it's a penalty to England, folks.
But the important thing was to finish a set, properly, and that's what they did. They nearly scored the try from him. I would take the 2 points now, but England should be happy with the way they finish a set.
Well, they're going for two. They're going for two. I think that's a no-brainer at this stage of a game in a opening match of a World Cup, isn't it?
Absolutely, but the early exchanges, you'd say England had the ascendancy there. They looked threatening. They were injecting themselves through the Samoan line, and I think they'll be really pleased with how they started the game. Jonathan mentioned discipline at that side of the game. That's about the concentration. That's about being in the right place at the right time. And the England shape that they're showing to the Samoans, for me, augurs well.
Well, Tommy Makinson with the conversion attempt here. The man for the big occasion is Tommy. 8th England appearance this afternoon. He's already scored 4 tries. He was a Golden Boot winner a few years ago, wasn't he? But played in so many grand finals for St Helens down the years. And up he steps.
Come on, England!
That ball between the sticks. And England get the opening points of this World Cup. Tommy Makinson's penalty, and England lead by 2 points to 0.
Yeah, good sampling. I just think Makinson, when he won, the International Player of the Year, it really made him. I think it gave him the confidence to go looking for the ball. He's tremendous, carrying the ball out of his own half. He's an amazing.
So guys, get your votes into the chat. Thank you very much for the like. It's England 2, Samoa 0.
He's a great international player now.
And his game is based around, and take this the right way, for our viewers, recklessness. He fires himself into the line at a speed that generally gets him a result at the end of that. So he's a massive asset for this England team.
Pace of the game really slowed down, isn't it now?
Get it, Bright Spurs! Let's go to 90th minute against Wrexham! Wrexham, you're having it your own way! Wrexham! Wrexham are not having it their own way. Bright Spurs have equalised. Literally the 90th minute.
Give us one we can score with.
Is this Wimbledon all of a sudden? New balls, please. Well, let's see how this one goes down.
The ball boy took a tumble.
Barbour's taking a tumble now.
Fantastic, he's okay. So Sueli, and a big round of applause for the ball boy there as well. You'll remember that for some time.
And guys, I'm also doing later on Australia versus Fiji.
Underway again, Sueli with the restart. England back in possession. And have made a really confident start to this game.
I think England have been superb in the start. They look focused, disciplined. The discipline to be concentrated, to be at the right place. The big fellas are carting the ball forward and clearly meeting some obstruction here from the team in blue. But I have to say, they've started really well.
Callum Watkins almost slipping through. His last act in an England shirt was in that final 4 years ago when he almost scored the try. Here's Bradley.
Well, for our viewers at home, the England players are finding their fronts and getting quick play the ball. So in and around where we're talking about now, and Chris Hill is carrying the ball, those big fellas have managed to find quick play the ball.
Let's get some questions in the chat, folks.
Out of their own half a whole lot easier. This is the next challenge. This kicking bit.
Here we go. This is the crackerjack, isn't it? Joe Suelihi.
Yeah, they've got to find find ground in the kick. They can't give him the ball directly into his chest.
It's a set restart, I think. The hooter sounded, which suggested it was. I'm not sure if we saw the referee wave his arms, but Samoa get the chance to build again from inside their own half here. Hamlin Ueli with the carry. Danny Levi.
So guys, put your question in the chat, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I'm going to stop the poll now, and we're going to find out for you guys.
And Sean Wayne, interestingly, their coach said at the start, listen, we've got a bit of bit in us as well.
I tell you what, Radley started well. He's carried the ball well. He's been involved in a couple of big hits, you know, hitting people and him being hit himself.
Across the line it comes again as Samoa search out something here, and they've got a bit of pace on this left-hand side. But
who do you guys support? Are you supporting England, or are you supporting Samoa?
Watch his footwork. Can be magical at times. Now it's Milford with a kick through, but that should be and is an easy take. And England back in possession again here with Farmworth on that left-hand side, making yards himself.
Yeah, but Samoa missed a glaring opportunity there. They created the numbers on the left-hand side, and it didn't just put it through hands. That's all they needed.
That's part of Samoa's challenge, isn't it? They haven't had a blueprint. England have had a game and managed to iron some things out.
So guys, vote.
Themselves, Matt Parrish was saying we're a bit undercooked. Certainly didn't look undercooked there.
McAlorum waits a dummy half again. Looking to get things going. Radley across the hill. Hill pushing forward. Several players in this England side, in both sides to be fair, who might not have been representing their country at a World Cup if it had been played last year, but that's the way that fates take you, as England, with Whitehead, finds himself just about 10 inside the opponent's half, and last play coming up here. Little chip over the top by Williams, a chip and a check. There's a knock-on by Somoa. There was an infringement in the build-up. There was an offside with the ball picked up. There's so many things there for the referee to untangle.
Well, it's all in England's favour, what if he untangles? Because he knocks the ball on there, and it's whether or not he adjudicates the Samoan player coming back. I don't think he had much choice in getting out of the way.
Just viewed it as a knock-on.
So I'm going to let you guys know I am doing Australia versus Fiji later on this evening.
Try and pick the ball up off his toes. It was very different playing.
We're just going to be checking some stuff at the moment while I'm here.
Just watch, you know, they go on the short side again. George Williams puts it on the foot.
Chelsea tomorrow kick off at 2 o'clock, which is round about the same time that Scotland kick off against Italy. So I won't be doing that game. So I'll be doing Chelsea versus Aston Villa in the Premier League. But then as soon as that game is finished, that will finish around about 4.
Switches back to Wellesby. Now it's Williams.
Go on, England! So it means I will have time to be able to get ready to do Jamaica versus Ireland, and then I'll be doing South New Zealand versus Lebanon tomorrow.
Victor Radley, big boom from Radley. 5 out.
Then I've got a game on the Monday.
Williams, Burgess with a push and a push. And
Come on, England!
Wants to keep him at bay. Last play. McAlorum spins it back. Step inside from Wellesby.
Oh, go on! Go on, England! Go on, England!
Get possession back again.
I'll tell you something, for our viewers at home, the England number 13, Victor Radley's having a huge impact on this game.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Defenders, if our viewers just recognise the 13, when he goes in line, something happens, he stops the defender.
Australian-born Victor Radley, but there's Matt Parrish, by the way, the Samoan coach. Third World Cup in charge for him. Plenty of support there. Richard Agar, Jack Tuvey, Andrew Webster, Frank Pritchard. I think they're all on that coaching roster as well. So lots of experience and know-how in the Samoan back room. Kicks away off the boot of Luai. Makinson with the catch. And here comes the carry from Tommy Makinson.
He's one down already when the Samoans are struggling.
Samoan player in strife down there, isn't it? I think it might be Papali'i, I'm not sure, but England carry on with Young. Young held up, plays it quickly. Tompkins, left to Watkins. Watkins now, coming on at pace. England with another wave of attack, already leading by 2 points.
Come on, England!
Looking for more. Radley now. to pull him down. 20 away. McAlorum looks to that left-hand side. Williams steps back down the middle again. Williams.
Go on! Oh!
Drive down within touching distance of glory. Tompkins, he'll go out for a dummy.
Is that a try?
He's over the line. Has he touched it there? No, he's not. No, he's not.
I think he's been held up. Unlucky.
Yeah, slow play the ball there, so he just has a go. No, I think he's held up there. Referee's in a great spot.
There's a Samoan player injured as well under the sticks, which is why it's being held up here. England will be desperate to keep the pace alive. They want to carry on.
Well, I've had one blow already because there's one Samoan player. I couldn't recognise him going off, but it...
So guys, keep your questions coming.
Well, his first 12 minutes has gone really well for England. This is the Tompkins effort. Did he get it down? I don't think he did.
Effort there, got under him. Both players.
Great committed defence.
Was superb
It
defence.
finished Wrexham 1.
England, I just think they're moving forward.
Guys, Spartans
At the start
1.
of the game, it was a game of chess with some big weapons, some baseball bats with each other. But England are showing their incision and their precision and the discipline to get themselves in not only into this game but playing at the right end of the field. They're really carrying the ball in the backfield well.
Well, here come England again. They've still got tackles in the back here. McAlorum will have a go. The short pass.
Yes!
That's the way I think. The referee will have a second look here. Why not when you've got the technology? No
But we don't know if the try is going to be given, folks.
And there's not too much celebration in the England ranks, is there, either?
We're just waiting to see if the try is going to be given for England, folks.
Close up and nice and slow for grounding.
But we are going to be having a new playlist to the channel, folks. Which will be, if you guys want to watch.
Director, can I just get another
think so.
If. I'm going to say if.
I don't think he got down on pressure. I think he's
I've
lost
seen
that.
all available angles to make my decision. Thank you, Director.
But we are just going to wait. We are just going to wait. We don't know if it is going to be given or not. We're just going to wait and see, folks.
No try.
I tell you what's good for England.
No try,
They're
folks.
playing
Still
out the
Samoa
middle.
0, England 2.
We thought they would play at. He's in and around the middle, tiring out this Samoan. Their big fellas in the middle, and it's working.
Yeah, I think Burgess, you know...
We're just at the moment just trying to sort out this playlist that we're going to put on the channel for you guys. So if you guys want to watch the Rugby League World Cup streams, there'll also be going on the Rugby League World Cup watch-alongs, but there'll also be going on Rugby Live watch-alongs as well.
Levi, been operating superbly well with Huddersfield in the Super League this year. Here's Papali'i looking for an offload, flicks it away, keeps it alive. It's the other big fella down the middle, Junior Paolo. He keeps it alive as well. There's a hand there from Farnworth, which I think was pretty important because had he not, he had not gone. Samoa's head and feet at the scrum, but
Yeah.
that got away.
Again, the two offloads from the big lads in the middle, you know, created the numbers on the right-hand side, and he was desperate to get his hand onto that ball because there was a clear overlap on the right-hand side.
So here's the thing, when you're playing against Samoa, you've got to be careful of the counter punch, because whatever you do with them, Jonathan, they can find a process of play, offload, and all of a sudden they're down the sideline. We've seen their shape on the left. Farnworth had no other opportunity than to knock that ball down there, or they're in the backfield.
Well, he gives Samoa possession inside the England half here and a chance of ill taker. 40 metres out, Levi a dummy half, stands and plays, back towards the middle again. Big effort, once more from Tuilangi. The West Tigers forward, he's off to Manly next year. It's picked up by Levi. Short pass again, they're just trying to bully their way through the middle at the moment, but they'll spread it wide soon. Here comes Levi, another set of six.
Oh, big set.
So suddenly Samoa have got a great advantage here. 6 more tackles to have a go at this line. Sua put down, within sight. Levi, up and delivers the pass. Papali'i decides to have a go himself. 3 defenders doing the job. But they've plenty more work to do here. Levi once more spins it back. Milford out to Luai. Luai with a footwork. Trying to rip a hole. Drop the ball. Drop the ball. You can't play the game without the rugby league ball in your hands. He claims it was stolen, but it's England's head and feet.
And that was the first test of England's concentration defensively, because they're going to throw lots of different shapes and lots of different styles of football as Samoa. We've got a captain's challenge here, have we, Dave?
Yes, we have. First captain's challenge of the tournament.
Captain's challenge is happening, folks.
So this is Robert Hicks who'll have a look at this. Every team has one captain's challenge per game. If it's successful, they keep that captain's challenge. If it's unsuccessful, they lose the right to challenge the referee for the rest of the game. So this is a big moment here. Big moment.
I think Luai is claiming they had the ball knocked out of his hands rather than he lost it.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think that's what they'll look at.
Yeah, I think looking at Wellesby. Wellesby made the tackle.
I'm just waiting for replay.
It's not something we see in Super League. It is something that is in the NRL. And he's now in the international game as well.
Have you got another angle for me, please, Director?
So are they adjudicating whether that ball is stripped by Watkins or he's lost control of the ball, Luai?
The English player is just attempting to make a tackle. Jerome Luai knocks the ball on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Well, there you go. Unsuccessful challenge from Jerome Luai. McMeekan making the tackle, not stripping the ball. The referee's original decision stands. England's head and feed, and Samoa don't have another challenge to make now in this
Lost
match.
it. They've got nothing now.
I think it was a strange call, a very early call in the game. The first time they've had an opportunity in England's 20. I thought, very rash call, I thought, because I thought it looked as if he'd lost control. There we are.
Well, it would be interesting to see what Coach Wayne's procedure is. Do you go to the captain and somebody who has an influence on the team, or do you let anybody, as Luai just thrown in there, say, I'm the captain, and it's a challenge.
So England in possession, and they have a penalty. So it's going to be a kick to touch, which Sam Tompkins will dispatch out there and gives England those bonus yards here. These are yards they don't have to
Hello.
wait for.
Not been a bad game.
Outside backs in the way that they're helping the forwards.
Not been a bad game.
And get forward against his Samoan team.
So England looking to power forward, Tanya down on the touchline. You've got some
That's what I'm saying. It's not so far. It's not been a bad game. It's been a bit end. It's been like end to end, but it's just not a lot has happened.
Talking about tournament, not just matches, aren't you? When injuries come in like that, so players will be disappointed if it ends here and now. But England looking to build again out of dummy half.
There we go. That's the new playlist done.
To go in this tackle count for England. Tompkins at dummy half. Here's Victor.
Yep. So all the watch-alongs that I do for the Rugby League World Cup all go on to that.
Last play. Who's at dummy half? Hill's at dummy half. Quickly re-establishes the kick.
But they go on to my original rugby watch-along playlist, but then I just made a separate one that's just for rugby, the World Cup.
His foot in the pedal and have a run. He was caught very, very easily.
It was a poor kick from Wellesby, wasn't it?
Poor kick.
So it means if people just want to watch just the World Cup streams, we don't want to see any of the others that I've done previously, then that's all on a separate thing.
A worry that it's only 2-0 from an English point of view?
Well, for me, yes, but let's take the positive.
And
Very positive.
there's one good thing about today, Wrexham are bottle jobs.
We've got lots of individuals, Radley, Farmworth, Makinson looking...
Wrexham are bottle jobs.
Williams is looking dangerous when it takes... So staying at that end of the field is very important for England. This is the part of
Wrexham were 1-0 up. They had 4 minutes of stoppage time to try and hold out. Couldn't. And then now going to have a replay.
Well, it's the last play in the
Back in Wrexham.
They conjure up. The kick is from Milford. The chase is on. Tompkins will feel the pressure. Play on. No shepherding.
When
by
Fear...
Williams. So England get possession back again. Let's hear
When
from
I thought
a former England
Wrexham
skipper
could do
down
the job, I didn't expect Blythe Barnes to get anything. That's why it shocked me when it happened.
An excellent start from England so far, based off the back of real strong carries from the outside backs and the forwards, but also getting the detail right. England look really, really well.
Wednesday 1-0 against Cambridge. I've had up you Ipswich Town.
George Williams. My worry is though, 2 opportunities and missed both
Ding,
those
ding,
opportunities. You
doo.
don't get many within test matches to take those. Hopefully they can create some more off the back of those carries.
So I've got 2 streams to do. Got 3 streams again to do tomorrow.
On the field, he brings a bit of kapow, doesn't he? Matty Lees up to play. It's Tompkins with a final kick at the end.
So that'll be another busy day.
There, it's taken by Taboy. Fidao eventually.
England have been happy, you know, they're controlling the game, they're controlling the areas where the game is being played. They haven't given Samoa any opportunities.
But I'll be looking forward to tomorrow night's evening game. That might be a hatful. I mean, for Rugby League World Cup tomorrow evening's games, New Zealand versus Lebanon.
They've only had 4 play the balls, you know, in opposition.
Tomorrow evening's game is Lebanon versus New Zealand.
Body language of the Samoan side ahead of that 6 when they were trying to bring it out of yardage. A lot of players who are,
And I'm saying that could be a hatful for New Zealand.
A lot of hands on hips.
Yeah.
That's a sign of fatigue, but they can explode into life. So you've got to be really careful. That's why the element of concentration for England has to be of the highest level. And
just the only game I'm going to miss tomorrow will be Scotland versus Italy, because at the same time Chelsea are playing Aston Villa.
Brings it forward now, but it's again 3 willing England defenders. Levi again has a look right and left. There's some big fellas out there, including Paolo, the skipper. Junior Paolo.
Where Sheffield Derby in Blackpool.
Levi scampers, looks, there's a bit of a hole there, but he closes quickly. Last play again here for Samoa. 15 out. Last to go, it's back with Milford. Milford with the step. Milford.
Whoa, wait! You're Samoan and your name is Milford. You sound more like an English name, Milford.
Yeah, it's so dangerous those half-backs. Ball in hand. You've got to close them down. You can't switch off defensively on the inside. You've got to keep pushing.
I tell you what, for an opener, this is a brilliant matchup. All the things you strategists want to look in the game, but if you're just tuning in on the channel this afternoon, you'll think, wow, what is this game?
If you guys want to watch the game, it's on BBC iPlayer, or if you've got Sky or Freeview, it's on BBC One. And hopefully England can actually score a try, because we've had it with denied like 2 or 3 times, so we just need to pray and hope.
Robbie Hunter Paul, what are you saying?
Well, we've just seen over the last 7 to 8 minutes, the last 3 sets from Samoa, England were absolutely swallowing up their go forward, so they've had to change up a few things. Danny Levi's obviously been told start to jump out of Akin half. He was one of the top meter makers out of Akin half in the Super League this year, and he's starting to cause some trouble in and around the ruck for England.
There's Levi again. Still 10 metres short of the halfway line here, so England will
Come on, England.
fairly satisfied with the lack of progress so far by Somoa, but like the fellas have been saying, they've got so many electric players on that outside that anything can happen at any time. So power put down. Last play. Slow play. Slow play the ball.
Slow. The blue number 6 is the danger for England. Luai, Jerome Luai, if he gets the ball in some kind of space with people outside him, then watch out.
Milford's kick is a boom. It's taken by Tommy Makinson.
That's a poor kick again. He had plenty of time. I think Rugby hurt himself. He put pressure.
At least you're not rugby union where literally, like you say, it's kick.
Disappointed with that kick.
Watkins. Tell you what, he's had a great season, hasn't he, Callum Watkins?
He's having a great game here as well, Dave.
Playing in the centre.
Oh, this is... Oh, it's gone! It's gone! Thank you very much! Thank you very much! Thank you very much! Thank you very much! 3! England 2!
Newcastle finds its voice. England find a little bit of magic.
And about blooming time too!
Lead of 6 points to nil.
Try for England, folks! Finally! About time!
To get behind this England side, and that guy has done a great support play. Direct running. You don't usually see it from the half-backs.
And it is England 6, Somoa 0, with a conversion to come.
From Watkins gets a quick play the ball. Williams busts the line, and Wellesby's half-back partners on the inside to finish off the play. But Callum Watkins deserves all the credit.
That is a good try.
Forward.
Yeah, Tom
Well
King's done
worked.
Well, and it's Williams. They'll be disappointed with that defence. 2 players on a half-back, should have put him the deck. But he runs through the tackle and has a great half-back. Welby's on his shoulder there. Tompkins asks the questions first of all. Great angle by Williams. Great support. England try.
Well, those people that love spine football, half-backs and full-backs will be crowing at the moment. Tompkins, Wellesby and Williams, 1, 6, 7 in and around the middle, and it's Tompkins that exploits the middle. Sean Wayne liked it as well, didn't he?
I think that's a special moment. Colin Maskell, the tour manager, just behind him as well.
We are just waiting for the conversion to come, folks, to see if we can get the extra 2.
They needed to come away with something.
That's a fantastic point you made there, Jonathan.
And also, guys, keep your questions in the chat, like and subscribe if you are new.
On the clicker, on the billboard. Now that's 6 and going to 8.
Second test appearance for Jack Wellesby. First England try. Here comes Makinson with the kick and puts it over. And 8 points to 0.
8-0, folks, to England.
Comfortable field for England, and he's perhaps representative of what they've done so far.
Totally deserved. Watkins has been outside. All the outside backs have found their fronts, and this enables Sam Tompkins here to jump out, destroy a couple of Samoan defenders. Finds Williams on the fly through the middle, breaks a tackle, and Wellesby's panning crime up the middle.
Yeah, quick play of the ball. The importance of quick play of the ball. Tompkins spots it, goes at the, dog-leg defence.
Well, in and around the ruck, they were ordinary there, weren't they, Somoa?
They were.
Yeah, it's really slow with a restart here, and I think they're taken by surprise that they need a kicking team.
I'm almost worried in the press conference beforehand or through the week, Matt Parrish had said that we're a bit undercooked, Now, that can drift back to the team and sometimes give you, well, we're a bit undercooked, we'll wait for the next couple of games.
It's all right saying they're undercooked, but, we've said this a lot. 5 or 6 or 7 of them were playing in a grand final 3 weeks ago, so...
No, I'm reinforcing what you're saying, Dave. I don't buy into that.
No.
You've got to go full on right from the start.
One of these English players, it's a long time since they played rugby league in anger, isn't it?
Also, this is not a knockout game at the moment. Right? Both these sides should go through, but the draw is a lot harder if you don't win this game.
Lose this game, you're likely to finish second. You're likely to play Tonga in the quarterfinals.
Go on! Oh! Oh my God! Stand up and clap! Nah! That was filth. Cut! You need to cut the footage, you need to cut the live coverage. He's just basically gonna done something filth. That is filth. Done. Samoa, go and get your visas, go and get your plane tickets. You're all going home. You just basically been sent back to Samoa. Oh my God, what a try.
3 on 2, picks the right pass, and this has got a lot to do. You've got a lot to do. It just trips.
Jeez, that guy had electric pace.
What a try.
12-0 England.
In the narrow, here's Wellesby going at the line. What a pass, as you say, 3 on 2. Dom Young's still got to finish this. He's still got to be Sueli Hughes, who everybody's drawing about. I agree with you. Wellesby, Dom Young, Farnwood, they're superstars in the making.
Oh, we've waxed lyrical, haven't we, before the tournament began about the sparkle in that Samoan lineup. And maybe we've just underplayed the sparkle in that England squad because they've done it twice now.
I think in previous internationals and in previous World Cups, the forwards have always been there, but we've missed that little spark compared to New Zealand, Australia in the back line, especially the back three. No, this kid, Dom Young, Wellesby, they are looking a lot better.
Nickerson pops it over again. England are loving this. They're loving this. They lead by 14 points to 0.
It is now, folks, 14-0 England versus Samoa.
And releases Dom Young. He's still got Sueli to beat, which he does, and then he opens up those big legs of his and gets there.
That Young's is on smoke.
To me, Makinson, Farnworth, Young, Watkins particularly, and then the halfbacks have been outstanding. On the platform that the forwards in the white shirts have provided for them, they've had to do the tough stuff first.
Like my analogy is basically just tell them, get your visas, get on the plane, go back to Samoa. You've basically just been sent home.
Just a couple of games at Huddersfield before he went down under to learn and build on his trade, and it's obviously done him a world of good. Here's another man who's...
The one team that I'm going to feel sorry for watching them tomorrow is going to be Lebanon. You're literally going to get absolutely run ragged by New Zealand.
Very, very efficiently. And then, we spoke about 2 opportunities.
That one, I think, will be a cricket score.
Created 2 in a good position now. Just keep on doing what they're doing.
Back on the inside, Mike Cooper again. Another of those relatively fresh from the interchange bench. McElaurin at dummy half. Bradley. Pass away was asking a little bit there, wasn't it? McElaurin out of dummy half. This is the 6, so it's the chip and the chase. Swalihi's had a bit of a shaky game at the back with those bouncing balls, but this time he picks up safely enough.
The guys on smoke. The Samoa need to now leave. They need to get their plane tickets and just go.
Everything going really well and to plan, you would have to say, for England.
Is there going to be something coming from...
I'm going to ask you this because you know a bit more about this player. Who does he actually play for?
And now they go wider, and again they untie themselves.
So that Jamwinga actually plays NRL.
That's just forcing the pass.
If he was in rugby league, he would run ragged in that league. He would.
Keep possession. They're getting frustrated.
He would if he was in Super League, I think he would be one of the best players in that league if he's doing stuff like he's doing.
As opposed to what Somoa are doing.
Bradley.
And there's only one rugby player in history that is known for doing that, and his name is called Chris Ashton.
Wellesby, now Williams, the 2 major generals in the middle. Here's Farnworth.
He does like,
He's had a game every carry.
but every time Chris Ashton did, he did it so high up, you think he's going to drop the ball before he even lands. The guy is mad.
Wellesby stops. Back again. McElaurin. Tompkins stops. Back again towards the middle. Keeping those Samoans guessing. Now it comes wide. McMeekan. Tackle 5. Here comes the last. They're numbering up on this right-hand side. Wellesby, and the pass away!
Game!
Young's in again. It's absolutely magic. It's a combination of circus tricks and Superman. As Young flies
Superman?
and England are wondrous just at this moment.
Take a bow, Dom Young. That's a great finish on another ass.
It's now England 18, Samoa nil.
Purposes, you think he's going to kick the ball, he doesn't. He flies out of Young, who's got millimetres, centimetres to work in, but he ain't going to be stopped there. Here's the error that gives England field position.
Do you not like him for some reason?
I do have to address. They're picking it up. They're like sharks. And there's Wellesby at the line again. Watkins the threat. Young the pass into the corner.
I think on the previous side, there was an overlap. He's just ball watching there. The way he can't do that. Paul Pierce can't just ball watch. When he shows, he just keeps and runs the touchline. Welby's found him. He knows he's there. He's got to go out and pick his man there. That's poor defence by Samoa there. But again, Wellesby coming on the short side, inside runner holding the inside defence, and then a beautiful pass. The right choice. Brilliant play again by England. Very comfortable at the moment.
Never mind, he's going to be a star in this World Cup. He is a star in this World Cup. He's just put his name in lights, hasn't he?
Absolutely. But he's not on his own. But the fact that he finishes with such aplomb, I think Wellesby's as bigger stars, Jonathan points out. The 2 passes he's just found in the last couple of series of players have been outstanding.
I think with Wellesby, I said I compared him to Gary Conley, which is a high athlete. But also now I think there's a little bit of Yestin Harris in him. So if you get, mix up with those 2 players, Wellesby is a class act.
And what about the kid Farnworth on the other side as well?
Well,
what a game he's having so
going well.
far.
Go on, get the conversion.
I can't remember an England performance. We're only in the first half. Still a lot of games. I cannot remember an England performance as good as this for a long, long time.
How have you missed that?
Sure, the World Cup last time around, 2017, that final, the grit, the determination. But in terms of what they're doing here to a very good Samoan side, it's been a long time since we've seen this, Brian.
See Radley there again. He has been very influential. He was an inside shoulder, which gave the option for Wellesby to put the ball inside, held that defence, and then just a beautiful pass. I think they've taken every opportunity. They've showed composure. They play, this is a brilliant, 30 minutes from England.
There are some debutants that are certainly making a name for themselves, aren't they? Not debutants, but new players. You mentioned that COVID delayed this competition by a year. I think there are 3 players playing out there that might not have played a year ago for England.
Yeah.
What?
A year ago, Don Young might have been playing for Jamaica, his country of heritage. His brother's playing for Jamaica, isn't he, in this tournament? Would Herbie Farnworth have been ready? Well, he's ready now. He's ready now.
Tonka's had a good game as well so far, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Again, hold, that's it. Good decision. Hold on to it.
McAloran picks up. Back to the middle they come again. Morgan Knowles is on the field.
Quick play the ball.
Expecting the very best from him in this this tournament. Here's Williams. They're marching him downfield again here, but they're on the last play. England on the last play. That's not going to deter them to attack, though, is it? No, it's not. Wellesby, little chip over the top, trying to find a little bit of space, but it's taken by Toho on the far side, and Somoa have it ball back again. But look how close they're aligned again.
That's what they want to be. We talk about.
Because at the moment I'm trying to get ready for the next game, so at least I got that out ready. So I'm not.
Good set and a good kick to finish.
Yeah, England, and that's down to England's game management. That's down to their discipline. I can't remember them making an error, England. And that's the discipline and concentration we spoke about at the start of the game that they needed. Well, they've passed that test.
So hopefully something happens. Another thing happens in this game, folks.
She's going to help England with their line speed in defence. They're really struggling to make yards here. These big Samoans.
Australia Rugby League. Do you actually have your own Twitter page?
This is a kid who can dazzle, but he's lost the ball. He's lost the ball.
It's NRL, unfortunately, because every time you put in, oh, there it is. You have to go onto the NRL thing, and it just pops up. So I managed to get that.
Just suddenly clumsy. Another set of 6 here.
That's a snapshot of why every.
And then it's, I know Fiji have got it because I've.
That's just one snapshot. If they can string some.
Fiji Rugby League.
He's dropped the ball twice though, hasn't he? Now. McAloran, dummy half.
Got a man short as well here.
Wellesby interception.
Oh, he looks like he's going the half length. He's going for the half length.
Tompkins will do his best. But
Try for Samoa.
they needed a gift. They got a gift. Samoa had their first try. It's the young Penrith Panther who's finally got them on the board. Does that lift their mood? We shall see.
I was just about to say, so all England needed to do was have a settler set, because Swally he had made that break. They just needed to settle and get the kick into the corner once
It is now England 18, Samoa 4.
You know, that pass has worked for him in previous occasions. Well, this time he just picks the wrong man.
Well, he's tried to go for it again because Watkins and Young with an overlap. But Tago's had to pick his pocket there. He's had to go in the line as we've seen, and then it's a straight run in with that kind of prowess.
The difference there is when they were on the front foot, they're looking for it. It wasn't on. You could read that from the stand up here, and that's given Samoa a little bit of a chance.
Well, I was about to say it's about the individual prowess Samoa. There's Wellesby's ball and Tago's picked Callum Watkins' pocket because they had a 2-on-1, had they executed properly. So they have to be careful. We saw a snapshot previously. Su'Ali'i piling up the middle. Tago looking for an opportunity. They need to make sure with their next at England that Samoa aren't given that opportunity again.
Yeah, they haven't created anything Samoa yet, have they? They've been a lovely break by the fullback, and then just an intercept from Tago. So just first mistake really for England.
Stephen Grant settling himself here. Another of the Panthers in this Samoan side. Looking to add the 2 to the 4 to give Samoa a big lift as well. Less than 5 minutes to half time. Timing sometimes can be everything. And the kick is good. The flags are raised.
There we go. 6 points to 18 in favour of England, folks.
But they're still dominant, and they shouldn't be distracted from going away from what they've been doing. That's the first error I can remember England made. Don't get me wrong, it's a double whammy. It's really costly because he had his pocket pick Wellesby. But they have to keep playing the same way, England. I think they've been really good.
Just, don't chase it. There's no need that they played very well, controlled.
Jeez.
Good kick and chase. Haven't made many errors.
Bournemouth are drawing against Fulham.
I think Wellesby's keeping his record up of having a hand in every try so far.
He has, unfortunately,
He gets an assist for that one.
Yeah.
And I've literally just got booted up the backside Because I was thinking, oh, Alexander Mitrovic, it looks like he's not going to play because the app said he wasn't going to play. And then he's got picked to play. So the app lied. I did because he said 75%.
Many times in New Zealand colours down the years, but like so many, electing to play for the country of heritage at this World Cup.
But I just left him. I just left him on the bench. But in the end, I would have. If I knew in my gut feeling and did it, I would have took Visser out, and it wouldn't matter because he did not much yesterday.
England players around him. They can't pin the ball down. Levi has it now. Danny Levi, he will be stopped.
Wow, Avil Church are beating Worksop.
Just went the wrong way, Danny Levi there. Again, numbers on the right hand side.
Tapau, last play. Milford's kick. It's a challenge as well, but not for Makinson, who takes it safely.
Well, it's the first time they've looked an element of threat there, isn't there, from Somoa? They've got to be careful. A couple of times they've gone on the inside through Levi, and Luai turned back inside a couple of times. Just don't quite look fluent to this Samoa.
Neither Market are beating Maidstone. Colville are beating Notts County. Nah.
England on the front foot. Makinson will continue to...
Winning's not for everyone, Notts County. And you're supposed to be the highest ranked team in the whole blooming competition so far. So prove it.
The work that they're all doing is tremendous.
And you're at home. And you're at home.
England looking wide. Williams is looking down the middle and got the support.
Oh, England unlucky.
Forward pass. Thought he found the key to the door. But the door slammed shut with the referee's whistle.
I didn't think it was forward.
I think he was in a good position.
South Shields have been a scum foot. Nah.
Tony's got some injury news down the
Results that I didn't see coming are actually coming. Are actually proving me wrong.
His day is done. Got a lower leg injury. They hope it's not broken, but it's not looking good.
Well, that's a shocker, isn't it? On the opening day of the tournament, that is bad news.
None of us want to hear that kind of news.
Levi comes left. He's Tapau. Offload. Luai's influence is...
Do not concede any more points, England.
Levi again. Milford. Both halves are just taking it on their shoulders now, aren't they, to try and open up this England defence. He was looking for a restart there on the set. The referee said...
Grimsby are beating Stockport County. Have that, Stockport.
We're just getting a snapshot for our viewers at home. The team in blue have come to life a little bit in
There's
the
a
last
reset.
5 minutes.
There's a reset. Minute and 10 seconds to go. So England have got to defend this. Somoa with an opportunity to narrow that gap again before the siren sounds. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. This time from Sualihi.
Oh, is he going to get there? No. That's close.
And boy, did it need to. Brilliant offload. I think there's Papa Lee in the middle of that. England are offside there. Certainly on the outside, Callum Watkins came rushing out, but they've escaped that. I think
Yes.
a warning from Ashley Clyde.
Got away with that one.
Papali'i, sorry. It was Pavo, and then the kick to the ingoal area, but Brighton.
Ooh, got away with that one.
Have a look at his face, Ref. Just have a look at his face. That's the answer.
I knew he hadn't got there. I knew he hadn't got there. I was just wondering if an England player had taken it out there.
Bournemouth are beating Fulham on.
Agree with you, Dave.
That's the
What
thing
the
though,
heck?
isn't it? The offloads are coming in. Everybody wants. The half-backs all of a sudden are picking the game up. They're picking up on the tired foot on the front rowers. And they got beautiful feet, you know.
Guys, get a question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Here we go.
Right,
Well, they're
right
onside.
side. Kick chaser on
One's
side.
around the middle by the post, maybe
Okay,
not.
play through, please.
Two players in blue on the inside of the kick are offside, but they're not involved.
Shoulder to shoulder. Okay, can I get a close up now on potential grounding and nice and slow, please?
He's saying no infringement.
Could be, folks, a potential try to Samoa. If he's grounded it properly.
Oh, I tell you.
He has grounded it. He has grounded it.
Please, but can we speed it
But
up a little bit?
is it going to be given? That's the key. That's the key factor in all this.
Stay at this speed, yep.
Is he bouncing or is it in control?
Yeah.
There's downward pressure there.
Yes, I think so.
Can I have that angle again, please? That angle, yep.
Let's leave it to the video ref.
Okay, I've seen all angles to make my decision. Thank you, Director.
It's a big one. 28 seconds at half time. This is a huge one. Which way is it going? He said no try.
No try? It looked like a try to me.
Breathe a sigh of relief, but there you go. I mean, that will give encouragement. Crichton wasn't far away there, was it?
That looked like a try.
I'd have been a little bit more excited if I'd have, done that.
If he'd have punched the air, they might have given that try.
Yeah.
Just to remind our viewers at home as well, just tuning in, that just shows the danger of this Samoan team. You cannot, and the importance of concentration and discipline at the international level, as well as England play. If that had been adjudicated to be a try, they one score behind.
Cooper with a drive, 10 seconds remaining in this first half. It's been terrific from England so far, but we've seen enough from Samoa to suggest there's a second half performance from them. For the Hooter Sands, it's all about England's bats in that first half. They have been
Half-time, folks. It is England 18, Samoa 6.
again, not the least of Jack Wellsby with what he's created in that first half. But at half-time, England looking good. They lead by 18 points to 6.
Well, Dave said they're looking good, and they are looking good, and that man has been influential, Jack Wellsby, both for England and actually for the Samoa try. Let's get some touchline reaction.
Junior Polo, do you feel you're working your way back into this game in those last 10 minutes?
Yeah, we know it's going to be a game of position. I think if we give ourselves a chance with completing high, we're certainly in the game. They've had majority of the ball, but it's all about just winning them tackles in defence.
Yeah, thanks for your time. Let's bring in Tommy Makinson. Tommy, how important was it to be patient in those sort of first 15
Go and vote, folks, on what you guys think of the first half, and I will be back in about a few minutes, folks.
Switched on at all times, or they'll punish us. But yeah, we rode that well, and we took our chances when they came.
Cheers, Tommy.
Thank you.
Lois, they were looking. They have looked really good. Not they were looking really good. They have looked really good of England.
They have looked really good. I think they were really patient, and I think that the stuff that James spoke about in them effort areas and been really, really good with the little things. They did that in the start. They've come away from it a little bit towards the back end, and we've seen Samoa start to spark a little bit. But I think it's an excellent start for England, and they'll want more of the same again in the second half.
It's like you're still playing because you're barking instructions to the England defence from up here. Too many bodies on the right. Too many bodies on the right. And what?
Can I jump in?
I'm like, oh, God, you're scaring me, Jed. Look, but what we did see is how quickly it can turn. And look, England has still got a healthy lead, but it's amazing how one try can just sort of set the nerves a little bit round the place.
Yeah, of course, chappers, but you'd be naive to think that you weren't going to be tested at international football with the quality of opposition in Samoa. And I've got to say, look, it was a breakaway try, but there was some scramble defence towards the end, just before the Stephen Crichton no try. So Ali, he is about to go over. Herbie Farnworth, all the way over from the left centre, popped up in the middle of the field to save a try. That was absolutely sensational play from the left centre.
It's been little efforts. Little efforts have really helped England out. They've scrambled incredibly well and come some big plays defensively. But after missing 2 opportunities, it was the Jack Wellsby try that really got this half going for England, wasn't it? And what do you want to see from your halfbacks on the spine of your team? Well, George Williams, Sam Tompkins and Jack Wellsby combining. Let's not forget, it's off the back of a great carry from Callum Watkins. And at this moment, you've got your 3 key playmakers who are all on the front foot and all want to play. And this is the spine of the England team. We spoke about Tompkins and Williams having a connection. Well, I think how positive for England to see that Jack Wellsby's in on the party too. And when Jack Wellsby gets the ball, as a coach, to see your spine all react in such a similar way. Jammer, that's it, inspiring for Sean Wynn.
Yeah, it is. You want to see them. They see the opportunity and bang, they're gone. They're all supporting up the middle of the field, and this is a sensational try from England. George Williams, the number 7, hit the ball at pace, finds offload. Wellsby goes over. Brilliant try from England.
He's some player as Jack Wellsby, Lois,
He is some player, but I just don't think you can come away from what Callum Watkins has done. We've seen it he did it 2 times before that. He just gets in, he gets down and up, and he's just sacrificing what he probably wants to go do to get something quick for the team to play on the back of it, and I think he's been good so far.
Lois, it was a complete back 5 set that got England on the front foot, and they really started to fatigue this Samoan set, the Samoan forward pack. And on the next set, after points, you look for completion. England go and score on their next set. Their sets after points have been sensational.
But because of what Wellsby's achieved in the club game, you forget how inexperienced. I mean, this is only his 2nd international cap, and I go back to the age of 21, and yet he has been influential in everything that England have done, and in both of Dom Young's
Well,
tries.
yeah, we showed it before the game, didn't we? Jack Wellsby and Dom Young combination in the Fiji game, and it was there. Early doors. Look, the warning signs for Somoa were there, weren't they? This little triangle, Tompkins, Wellsby and Young, it created some space for Young initially. Didn't quite come off, some good scramble defence from Samoa, but the clues and the evidence was there that Wellsby and Young were going to combine, and eventually they did. And we see here, this is what Jack Wellsby preys on. Looking for 2 defenders, 3 attackers, and Young on the outside. This is a great ball, but this is by no means done there.
No, absolutely. The vision from Wellsby to sweep play, create that 3-on-2. It's sensational. If Eamon McManus, St. Helens Chairman is watching, get this lad signed up because they're going to be coming for him.
What a finish from Dom Young as well.
Great finish. He's just agile and he's a total athlete, but yeah, class finish, class player.
I think people don't appreciate just how difficult it is to turn and swerve running at such speed. This is a sensational finish from Dom Young.
Yeah, it's a huge finish. And we spoke about him being a star, chappers, didn't we? And we wanted him to play well and wanted him to do well. Well, he's certainly done that, and that was an exceptional finish. But his overall contribution was great. And let's not forget, it didn't finish here. There was another one on the scoreboard for Dom Young. And his contribution, I think, has been immense for this England team. A number of other players have contributed.
So guys, vote on what you think of the first half. Do you think it's end to end? Do you think it's time to watch? Could it be better? Needs sorting out? Whatever.
It was a slightly different finish, but still impressive.
Yeah, and it was more maybe traditional for a winger as the finish. The first one was all about Jack Wellsby and his vision and his movement. You know, in England, I think they looked a little bit disjointed when they actually got down to good ball. They were sort of exploring and wandering, and Sam Tompkins, who's got the ball here, is wandering around. And you know, ever so often that just creates something. But Meekin plays the ball, and then you look on the short side again. Wellsby swinging round, catching Somoa being lazy, and a great finish from Dom Young.
It is a great finish, but what the run from
So hopefully England can do well in the second half, folks.
And the centre as well. So you've got 2 players that traditionally would defend on that short side, out of position. So I think it's Luai and Tango there in at the markers. They bring the big guys round to the field, and they don't trust them on the outside. They don't trust the inside. They're disjointed. And I know it's a bit clunky in attack, but it disjoints the defensive structure.
This is why I love Jack Wellsby, though. And I could talk about Jack Wellsby all day. His movement there, right? It follows the play, wraps around and creates numbers. Is exceptional.
It's not even just his movement, it's his intent and how he goes direct. And you can see exactly why they got pulled in, just because of how much they were looking at what he was doing. His eyesight, sometimes if you can look at a player, you give him your eyeballs, that tells them the whole story and they will bite him.
Do you accept then, Lewis, that for what he's done in that first half and for all his influence and some of the passes that he has thrown, that there will be an error every now and then? If you, I know you.
He's waiting for the second half to get underway, folks.
Try stuff, it might just occasionally go the wrong way.
Yeah, there's going to be errors, and I don't think Sean Wayne's going to jump on his back about that. I think it's not about the error, it's about the reaction on the back of it, and I think 100% he'll come out with a great response to that.
Look, you want Jack Wellsby to throw those passes, you just need them to go to an England player. You never want to take that away from Jack. Like that's his strong point. Picking out those 3-on-2s, we saw it work. You could never tell Jack not to try and throw that pass. Just execute that a little bit better next time.
And the only alarming thing was maybe that interception try, what it created was then, I think Samoa found a bit of confidence. You know, they made a couple of little breaks, and that last 5 minutes, Samoa started to grow into this game. And Matt Parrish here, the coach, will be saying, look guys, but we hung in there. You hung in there. England has got some points on us. But if we get our fair share of possession, we've got the tools here to break England down.
They needed that, Samoa. They needed that. It's given them hope. They're down to 15 fit players now, so they're going to be tested a lot. There's going to be Fado's come off the wing there, so there's been a rejig in their shape. But you know, England now be very, very happy in that dressing room.
We can just show you the match stats after that first half. England.
So guys, get your question in the chat, folks.
Compared to Samoa. Look at the metres gained and the difference there. You're talking 200
That's
plus.
massive. Yeah, I mean, you usually get 1,500, 1,600 metres in a game, 1,700 metres. So England going 900 metres in a half there. That's a signal of how hard they carried the ball. And the back five, Callum Watkins, Tommy Makinson, and Victor Radley with a little bit of ball movement, thought were exceptional for England.
I think it's a possession as well, though. I think that, you know, they came off saying, admittedly, they didn't have the possession, so are you going to score points without that? So I think they're going to hit reset, and they're going to want to keep it. You know, I wrote down here that they just lacked focus. They had the ball, they just kept throwing it away, and they need to respect it a little bit more and see how they go.
And they dropped it a couple of times as well when they had very little pressure. Let's take you back to Monday. That was when the Rugby League World Cup launched. There were representatives from all 16 men's teams at that launch in Manchester, and we caught up with some of the captains and coaches.
Every nation is going for that World Cup. They want to experience that, being the #1 nation, and you know, for us, you know, it doesn't get any bigger than Australia this Saturday night.
Yeah, this year it's the strongest the World Cup's ever been. It's not going to be an easy challenge. It's a big responsibility for me to make sure we're all switched on and we're all playing for each other and playing for our jersey and getting the job done.
I know what we're capable of, and I'm really looking forward to this tournament. It's been a long time coming. We do have a few wrongs to right, but you know, it's a very exciting time for New Zealand Rugby League. It's in a real good spot.
It's not about pressure. We know where we are. We know what is our strength, and we know which area we want to compete against the best.
I know that the passion of the fans up here is second to none, and rugby league's a funny game. You know, you've only got to be good for 80 minutes on the day, and I'm sure our players are going to enjoy it. I just hope they all get out there and turn up.
Success for us is being here, just to be able to be here and play, to be competitive and play against the best in the world. I mean, that's what you all want to do.
We're just so happy to be here. It's an exciting time. We open up against Ireland on Saturday, and we're just buzzing to go.
The spine of our team is really looking strong, and you know, this young forwards as well will hold his own. So we're really looking forward to the challenges ahead.
What we've got is a squad that I think is an exceptional squad. Yeah, we know what we're capable of. We know there's a lot of hard work to do, and if we play to our standards and what we are capable of, then we're going to be hard to beat.
One thing about rugby league, the players always deliver. It's always a great spectacle on the field of play, and that's what I expect from every game throughout this World Cup.
And all the men's games, all the women's games, and all the wheelchair games are live across the BBC. You'll be able to watch every single one of them. Let's go pitchside. Tanya's there.
Yes, I've got Jamie Peacock and Robbie Hunter-Paul with me. Jamie, a pretty impressive first half for England.
Yeah, I thought it was excellent. Again, I thought it was built off the back of very strong carries. There's some fundamentals about.
So guys, keep your questions that come in. England are doing alright.
And I think those strong carries allowed the instinctive players of kind of Tompkins and Williams and Wellsbys to perform off the back of it. It's a brilliant performance from England. A lot of questions going into it. The key is now they need to back it up in this second quarter. We've seen how dangerous Somoa can be at the back end of the half.
Do you think Samoa can build on that last 10 minutes? Their body language at times in the first half didn't look very positive to me.
Yeah, I think it's a great example of how preparation works. England's had much better preparation.
England just got to keep going strength by strength and go for it.
As time goes by, but the first thing that they need to do is stop England's go forward. England are making so many yards up the middle of the park, bending them backwards, they're getting tired, losing their numbers, and when it comes to attacking with the ball, they're making poor decisions, and that comes down to energy. So get together, try and slow England down, and do your best.
Gentlemen, thank you. We'll catch up with you at full time.
Samoa are already coming back out. So if you're England coming out for this second half, what has Sean Wayne said to them? Just keep doing.
We're just waiting for the players to come out ready for the second half, folks.
You've just got to keep turning up for each other. Do the little things right. Those 1%ers. Don't stop moving.
And try and park the last 10 minutes. So reset and the first half hour.
I don't think he needs to be too big on that. I think he needs to be just reminding about what they spoke about going into the first half, because they got that 100% right. And I think it's like what you said, the little things and just winning that energy battle and being smart with the ball.
I think it's inevitable Samoa were going to create opportunities, right?
Yeah.
We spent all game talking about how many of their young players have been exceptional with the ball. So for them not to create opportunities is testament to the little efforts probably England have made. To get a couple late in the half, no dramas for Sean Wayne. They'll be saying carry hard, get off the back of those hard carries and tire this Samoan team out.
So the England team are back out. Samoa are already there. Let's rejoin our commentary team. Jonathan Davis, Brian Noble and Dave Woods.
We're now just waiting for the second half to get underway, folks.
England are concerned. Samoa will feel they've got plenty to fix on. is the star of the show so far tonight because of his 2 tries. Young. By the way, there's so many opportunities to experience this World Cup over the next 5 weeks. England's next match, by the way, is in Bolton against France next week. You can see that on this very channel that you're watching right now, but I think there's 1 or 2 tickets still available. Off we go.
The game is underway. England versus Samoa. The second half, 18 points, 16 in favour of England.
Necessarily in the box seat, but looking very strong at the moment, leading by 18 points to 6. Jonathan Davis and Brian Noble alongside. How do you see this second half going?
Well, I think it's important to start of this second half for England, more so than Samoa. I think they've got to reinforce all the things they've been doing. As an example of that, the white shirts carrying the ball so hard and so fast, getting around their front foots and kicking the ball well.
Yeah, just same as the first half really. Just control, no errors, playing in the Samoan half, turning the big forward, but they've controlled the Samoan forwards. They haven't had much go forward or quick play the ball, so you haven't seen the best of the Samoan attack yet, purely because of the English performance.
Last tackle of this opening set, England finding themselves kept retained inside their own half. So Tompkins with a big boot trying to get things downfield. But here comes a threat straight away. He ran with some determination there, didn't he?
As a rugby league fan, you just look at what he does and you think, wow.
This is running through people though, that's the thing. He hasn't tried to step once yet. Such a big lad for a full back. Just so powerful.
He's only 19 years of age. He was given
Come on, England.
to play as a 17-year-old in the NRL. Normally you've got to be 18, but they made a case for him, and he's been making a case ever since. So Somoa starting strong in this second half. Crichton down. Soho stands and waits at dummy half.
Just try not to let Samoa get into the grips of things, England.
Last play in the set. Levi delivering left again. Here comes the threat because they're going through hands. They're going to risk it this second half. They have to, but England get it back. And whilst England regroup, let's find out some of the news from half time. Tanya, what can you tell us?
Sean Wayne, not surprisingly, really pleased with that first half. He's warned them not to overplay, keep defending your yardage, keep them away from their try line, but overall...
So hopefully England can go and get another try or 2 in the second half, folks.
We didn't play well enough.
England deep. When has that stopped them to try and attack so far in this game? I know that you've been delivering a hint of caution at half-time for England fans, haven't you?
Only in that they've got to replicate what they did in the first half. My caution comes from the team in blue, because we know what they are capable of. It's up to England to replicate what they did in the first half and stop them able to get into the right parts of the field to show that.
Yeah, the danger came when the half-backs, Samoan half-backs, took on the forwards and quick feet, got behind the first defensive line, and then they started to offload.
So England on the last again. Kick from Wellsby, a reach. The take is safe enough from Tego, but he's not going far. He's not going far. Morgan knows he's very good at that kind of thing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's been a standout player in the Super League all season. The 17 for England. Many people would have put him in the starting lineup. I think Victor Radley's shown why he gets the nod.
He's got a big game, Radley. Huge game.
Here's Paolo. Junior Paolo, and offloads again. Levi, he's dragged to the ground. He's not going to be offloading. Try it if you want, Danny, but you're going to the ground. Now they go left again. Milford to Luai, and there's a bit of width there, but Watkins closes him down. The ball's gone to ground, and England will come up with possession again on that far side.
That's the mark of what England's outside backs have been doing really well defensively. They've let the player explore, they've let the player be exposed to the flanks, and then they've covered up well.
Come on, England!
Or force errors on the 3 or 4 times that Samoa have got to the fringe.
Yeah, I think he fell awkward and I think he's hurt his hip and another injury for Samoa. Not looking good. But just look at the defensive line here. You know what he's doing. Just putting the drift defence and showing him the outside. Oh, fell just awkward there.
Twisted his knee right at the death, didn't he? I mean, it's a great tackle from Watkins. He's got him side on, but Tyrone May just buckles under the weight of Watkins' challenge, and that looks not good.
By the way, if you were with us much earlier, and it seems like a lifetime ago now, the opening, not the opening ceremony, the tournament welcome, they called it. It was disastrous, really, if you watched it. But the Rugby League World Cup have put out a statement apologising, sincerely apologising for the disrupted tournament welcome. If England carry on like this, I don't think anyone will care.
Well, this is the main event. I said at the start of the game, don't be distracted by what's happened there. It's all about what goes on the field, and both teams have aimed up and are creating the billing we thought they'd have.
I'd say this is a big moment for Somoa here because they've already lost a couple of players, haven't they?
Yeah, I think Gisbert mentioned in studio that you know they've got 15 players now. I think that's going to be affecting their interchange. You know, he's
Come on, England.
Going off with a hip or a knee injury. And this will be really kind of, especially the last 20 minutes of the game, you know, where the fatigue will kick in, and you're looking for the bench to make an impact.
Well, England have been working them over as well. They've been highly disciplined in the way they've performed. They made one error, which was the Welsby intercept. So, yes, the hill gets a bit bigger for Somoa.
You've just got to, I think England have been very competent. That's all they've done. They've been solid, they've got good yardage, they've had quick play of the ball, and they've had a good kick and chase game. And that's kind of simple, basic stuff which they've done extremely well. On the back of that as well, you look at then a couple of moments of magic or brilliance, which usually comes from Australia or New Zealand. But we've waited a long time for these boys. Welsby's come through, another Dom Young as well. And what a finish this is. Absolutely brilliant. Comes on the inside, beats the wonder kid, and all of a sudden just try and catch if you can. That's a brilliant finish.
Well, we have a habit of getting carried away. Woods's excitement infuses us all, but I genuinely feel that with people like Dom Young and Herbie Farnworth and Tommy Makinson and Callum Watkins, the all-stager, and the Haas particularly, Williams, Welsby, they're world-class players. Do you think?
The good thing of that, you've got to make defenders make decisions, and that's what they've done, England. And unfortunately for Samoa, left wingers come in. They were short the numbers on the first try. On the second try, you should keep an eye on this kid. He was ball watching, beautiful pass try.
This is Tyrone May, isn't it? Who's down here?
Yeah. He hasn't actually moved, does he?
No, he's getting the duty of care here, as all rugby players of both codes get these days, don't they? Get looked after. Down on the sidelines. It's Spencer Liniu who's preparing to come on. It's not exactly like for like. Matt Parridge has got concerns right at the start. Jeff Toomey alongside him there. And the Manly coach came over here with a World Cup challenge.
It's got a bit of a break in play due to the fact there is a player down for Samoa.
And the concern as well is not just this match now, it's this tournament, isn't it? Because this looks like a serious injury.
His hip, to be honest. Just watch. Again, brilliant defence. Show him the outside and get him. I think it's something's on the back of his knee, straight away. Just watch. That's nasty.
That's in a position it didn't want to go into.
No, nasty.
I'm picking up on your point about the tournament, and it can be disruptive, can't it? Because they've lost a player with a suspected broken leg earlier in the game.
Next week they come up against Greece, which, with full respect to Greece, is a match they should win with some of their lesser lights, so to speak. And then they've got France the week after that, which...
That's the big game, isn't it, for them? Now, on the back of this.
If this stays like this is, or improves from an England point of view, that's a game that Samoa simply will have to win to qualify. So a huge collective round of applause from fans all around the stadium, appreciation of the tough game that these players play. Injuries are inevitable. And Tyrone May goes off. Liniu comes on. Jamie Peacock, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge loss for Somoa. I think chasing a game when you're down to 15 instead of 17 players just makes it even more difficult for Samoa. It's a big bonus for England is that the fact that the players going off and gives them an even stronger chance of winning this game and starting the World Cup tournament off to an absolutely outstanding start.
You see, Jamie's getting excited, Brian. It's contagious.
There's hope for us all day.
Here's Young. McAlorum stands at dummy half, and England look to power their way out of this territory that they find themselves in. But it's hard work when you're running into brick walls like that. Here comes Knowles. He'll get up and play eventually, and McAlorum stands and waits to deliver, and Williams goes left. And that wasn't the easiest of passes for Herbie Farnwood to take because
It's a game changer in the scene. Dom Young's is a game changer in the scene. The guy's unreal.
With a kick, but back comes from Sualihi. And again, we know his threat, but he's lost the ball again. He's a serial ball dropper today, and he's given England another opportunity.
Come on, England.
Picks up his loose carry, that's for sure. He's trying to make a break. He's trying to make a difference for this Samoan team on every carry. Sometimes you've got to be smarter than he's showing now.
McAlorum goes left and Knowles goes back towards the centre with a pass. The offload is good from Cooper. He's good at that kind of thing. And England are setting a platform here. Still loads of tackles in the bag. McAlorum. On it goes.
It's a huge test for this Samoan team.
McAlorum again, back towards Knowles, spins it out to Tompkins, and now it's Farnworth. He's a handful, but they deal with him.
Come on, England.
Here we go, still a couple of plays to go. England well set, Tompkins looking for the middle of the park again. Matty Lees, he's just trying to bruise his way over if he can. Last play, McAlorum.
Come on.
Tompkins.
Yes. Yes. Oh.
That took a defensive effort, didn't it?
That's a great tackle, that is. Come on, a great line, short ball. Thought the ball was going to be played behind him, but what the tackle that is.
He needed all his grand final experience there.
He did.
So it looks as though he might be hurt as well after that.
Boom.
What an effort, because they couldn't afford, Samoa simply can't afford to concede again.
It was a magnificent tackle, as Jiffy said, and Somoa needed to make it. He did make it. There we go.
Oh, they got a bit of space here.
Come on, England.
Levi. Out of dummy half. Shooting left. Luai.
See how down in England being. You haven't seen much of him, have you? Luai hasn't been in the game on the attacking front.
Last 10 minutes of the first half, he stepped up a little. That's a good offload by Tapau. Stretching England here. Stretching England. A step back on the inside. And the second row is playing with the centres now, Sua. 40 metres out, one play to go. It's going to be a kick from Milford. Searching out Dom Young. Young settles himself nicely, just bounces down into that big chest of his, and he brings it forward with purpose.
I think for our viewers, if you're looking at the team in blue, we have to help them understand that even when England are in the
Going.
make that second phase and ball available some more.
Makinson, here he comes off the long run up, back to the boundary rope, and off he goes. But he's tackled first time. Big effort from Luke Thompson. I think it's the first time we've seen him, isn't it, in the match so far. He'll be banging the door down, trying to get on, but he is now on. And Mike Cooper working away down the middle. Offload. Williams came off his legs. Referee says play on. Williams dragged down in the end by Luai, but England find themselves much closer than they might have been. There's another Samoan player down. Spencer Liniu's down in back play. England are going through hands. Callum Watkins has one thing on his mind, and that's to get underneath the sticks. And England stretch the lead again, and this time it's Watkins who's the smiler.
It's a try for England, buddy.
Examine this. Watkins has said I can do this on my own. They create the numbers. They've got a 3-on-2. There's a Samoan playing out of the line, and I think it might have been one of their halfbacks that would have
22-6 in favour of England.
numbers on the short side, and Watkins exposes it.
Yeah, they must have looked at that again. You go down the short side. This is a lovely offload. You know, but it doesn't. It's play on because it comes off his legs. Yeah, it doesn't touch his hands whatsoever, so it's play on from there. And from here, they take it down the short side again. No, McMeekin, isn't it? Just an easy pass, and just short on numbers. You know, whether it's lazy or they're poor numbering off, but again, it's just a simple give and take, short on numbers, and they scored on the short side. So they must have looked at the Samoan weaknesses on that side.
Well, they certainly haven't covered the fact that there's one person out their line.
Yeah, there's a guy injured on the.
Yeah, and that was probably down the short side, but again, it's the identification from Wellsbeek to put McMeekin through that. Brilliant.
Nickerson puts it over. 4 out of 5 for him today. 24 points to 6. If there's a word of caution, it might be coming from Callum Watkins at the moment. Because remember the semi-final against...
It's now 24-6 in favour of England.
Williams and McMeekin were sensational there. They picked it up from the short side. I think Williams identifies the fact that they're down in numbers, and then it's about execution.
I'll tell you who's there again at that in half-back, Jack Wellsby. He throws a dummy to go open, takes the short side. He must have had the shout, and then that's with the numbers. And he has played exceptionally well as Callum Watkins has this year. Scoring tries, got his confidence back. He's had a good run with no injuries. It's nice to see him back and playing well.
Cannot overstate the potential in this Samoan side. They have the ability to go the way and win at this World Cup. A lot of people made them favourites today. Favourites to top the group. So that is a measure of how good England have been today.
Yeah, but you've got to be optimistic now, England. If you're in this position, you're totally dominant. You've got to be building on this. Like Australia, New Zealand would put Samoa to the sword now, and that's what England have got to try and do: is keep on playing, doing what they're doing, and just keeping that scoreboard ticking over.
Well, they're going wide again with enthusiasm. Farnworth will carry strongly. He's looked good with ball in hand, hasn't he, throughout the day? Hasn't got his name on the score sheet so far, but that'll come at some point in this tournament, you reckon? In by Morgan Knowles.
Come on, England, let's get some more tries.
To the limits now, physically and emotionally. Williams with a kick high. Suhalihi does come down safely this time.
You could see the energy levels dropping there. Williams had so much time to pick this spot. He wouldn't have been happy with the execution, but he had so much time. He could have gone either side or the kick. They're just falling off now.
Well, I think the kick helped England in relation to where the defensive line was. 5 metres out and 10 minutes from the line. I think they'd accept that moving through the game and trying to finish this game off.
There's Toho with a push down the middle of the winger. Trying to help his big man take his side forward again. Levi out a dummy half. Papali'i offside against England.
Yeah, Cooper was offside there.
There's no need for that. What this does now is give them...
And that's concentration.
Yes.
That just gives Samoa a leg up, and that's what England can't do. So if we're nitpicking, in which we are at the moment, it's keeping that kind of discipline. That
Coach Camp's great, isn't it? It's good to see Sean Wayne turn into a fan every now and again. I mean, he's got his eye on the prize, he's got his mind on the job, he's full focus, but some of his celebrations for some of those tries, sensational. Samoa, though, looking to build. There's a moment of worry here from an English point of view, and Samoa desperately trying to get themselves back in the game. They're at the bottom.
Come on, England, get some more tries in you, man.
Can they climb up? Luai. Ball's gone down. Ball's gone down. England have it back again.
We've seen that so many times, haven't we? That must be the 5th time for Samoa.
Here comes Callum. Watkins on the charge again.
Early in the tackle, wasn't it, for Samoa to lose the ball? Instead of building.
Tompkins wants the referee to make another set there. The referee says play on as Herbie Farnworth takes it in.
Come on, England.
Keep hold of the ball, Samoa. That's their biggest problem. We don't know what they're capable of because they're not getting to an end of a set. And England are.
Thompson offloads. Tompkins. Makinson.
Come on, England, you can do it.
Quickly down to the sidelines. Tanya, News.
Yeah, just to say, May's injury was a hip injury. Obviously, looked like a nasty one.
England looking to build. Still a couple of tackles left in the set. McLaurin. Searching left, Williams with a little chip over the top of the game. Saying to his outside backs, have a chase after that, but ball beats them all out of play. Collision, Farnworth claiming he was impeded here. Is this a captain's challenge moment from England?
Need it. I wouldn't waste it now.
No. Depends how badly Farnworth feels he was impeded. I think he was. It's a penalty in anybody's book.
You can hold your line.
Jonathan, that's
you can
a
hold
penalty.
your line. You can hold your line as a defender.
Somewhere near the ball.
They've only got 10 seconds, by the way, to make that captain's challenge. do it when the game's stopped as well. You can't suddenly say, hey, ref, you missed a forward pass there as somebody's breaking down the middle. Levi. Somoa making ground. First meeting in a World Cup between these two, by the way. They played each other in 3 other events. England have won all 3.
Come on, England.
Step and go from Tego. Step, go and stop as the England defenders come in. Luai back to the middle again. Milford offers it back on the inside. Tapau trying to push his way through. 5 gone, 1 to go. 1 play to go in the set here. Samoa still a long way out. Milford will kick, hoping for a mistake.
Come on, do not let Samoa get anything back in this game.
Kick with hope, isn't it? It's not a kick with purpose.
Yeah.
It's a kick. Now they've got to try and restrict England's territory here if they can possibly do that. But England haven't had any problems getting out their own half.
They got a kick to compete, don't they? They need the ball now. 3 scores behind.
Guys, if you got any questions, put it in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new.
Young's dropped it this time. He's human. He's human.
Well, other than the intercept, that's the first one.
Bit of a blow up going on in the middle as well here. So look at this. It's a straight ball drop. Straight ball drop. But there was some frayed tempers in the middle for some reason.
Great pictures, those, weren't they? Expressions on the drop.
Still going. Still
I
going.
think it's Papali'i and Sam Tompkins. So,
Well, the only team that can lose out here if they get to get distracted is England. So
yeah.
keep your head on.
Yeah, he is now.
Papali'i and Tompkins there.
Isn't it? No one's going to throw any punches in today's game, and that's why Tompkins has a go, I think, because he knows just nothing's going to happen.
It's a mismatch. I don't know. Sam can throw him a bit.
Josh Papali'i was considering becoming a priest in early life. He's just said, God bless you, my son, let's get on with it, shall we? He looks like one of the nicest fellas out there, doesn't he, Josh? You wouldn't want to reckless Gage, but he looks like a nice fella off the field.
He bashes you to the ground, forgiving you.
You can say that about Jim Mills.
Problem with the balls today for some reason. Here we go again. Finally, ball back on the field.
Got a scrum move, centre field. England have to be real good here. What has Samoa got in the tank?
Well, this is a real test for England's defence and a real test for Samoa's resolve. Have they got the character to climb back into the game? They've certainly got the skills. Sualihi's put down. Crichton steps up a dummy half. A full set on this English line. Back to Milford. Loy offers it off to Tapau. Tapau dragged down. Eventually, is he? Yes, he is. Hell has to play it. Can't offload. Levi picks up. Comes back right to Milford. The short pass. Sua simply chopped to the ground. Bit of a tangle there. Off they get. Up they come. This time it's Leniu. Leniu held up short. Getting close. Getting close.
Come on, England.
Levi. Oh, in front of dummy half, was it? Yes, it was. Clearly someone getting hold of Levi's hands there. Penalty for Somoa.
No need for it now, is it, at the moment?
It's a good test for England, this.
Yeah.
They've got to have their line tested throughout this World Cup, and no more so now. They get into the rhythm, understand what's being thrown at them, and make good decisions. That was clearly a penalty.
Tompkins advancing too quickly. So another set of 6. Driven in by Tapau. First one stopped. Again, it's slow because Tapau is so slow. Now it comes back to that left-hand side. Luai looking to create the number.
Come on, England.
Power and pace in his boots. But not when you're running at 4 England defenders who just want to grab a hold.
Well handled.
Levi goes out. Oh, and then drops it again. Papali'i was not expecting that pass.
It's been a lethargic performance. I think, there's no crispness in the passing. The pass is slightly behind you. It takes the whole pace out of the movement.
Well, I think it's disconnect.
Yes.
Papali'i was wanting to do something else. I think he wanted to go underneath, so around the other side from Levi. Let's see how he drops off.
Inside ball, you want.
And there's a lack of communication. Levi clearly wants him to go straight and cause some problems there, and that's the disconnect. That's maybe the undercooked bit that we're Matt Parrish was talking about.
Lee,
But this should
Lee,
fix that.
Lee Radford's there as well, the Casper coach, working for the opposition. England back in possession and back in control of a game they've looked really good in so
Just
far.
need to clear the lines here now. Just take the ball up, settle, get a good kick in. You don't need to do anything silly.
Cracking opener to this World Cup. England knowing how important this match was, not just in terms of their potential passage down the line, but also in terms of setting up this World Cup tournament. And they've done that so far. Williams showing a bit of the form he produced at Canberra a few years ago. Not had the best of seasons at Warrington this last year. Out of dummy half, kick downfield, Crichton catches. But finds a willing Law in his way.
Yeah, we're in that process. England need to continue with what they're doing. Samoa need to push the ball out a little bit there. So they're going to be a bit more, the team in blue are going to be a bit more expansive. Was that a penalty? Yes.
And again, there's no need for it now. Discipline slowly, going, fatigue, giving field position. They will chase the game now, Samoa. They'll have to chase the game. They get a little bit looser with the offloads.
Tap and go. And here they come. And just back on the field is Junior Palmer. Again,
Come on, England.
from within the tackle, but he was pinned as he did so by the efforts of Thompson. Somoa edging forward at the moment.
Good line speed defensively from England.
Very good.
Test the resolve from the attacking defence. Paolo once again with that short pass. They've dropped it again. They've dropped it again. They're going to have to learn to catch the ball if they're going to do anything in this World Cup.
Well, that must be the 6th or 7th. I'm not one for completion rates, but you can't play this way expecting to win an international game. England are too good today.
They haven't really built any pressure to ask questions of the English defence.
Oh, this is interesting. There's a shot clock on here.
61 minutes played. Samoa 6, England 24, folks.
To get up there. Just that the enthusiasm and energy has sucked out of them today. Here we go. Got there in time. Farmworth. Trying to put the step on. Wellsgate. Watkins. What a performance. What a year he's had, Callum Watkins. Start of the year, nowhere near an England shirt. End of the year, an absolute dead cert pick. Fantastic year.
And Williams has played well. The outside backs have played well.
Step back on the inside by Hill, who's taken them closer. It's by an extra step or two, an extra little bit of an effort. Now it's with Knowles, Morgan Knowles, and they go left. Tompkins chiming in, Farmworth scoops it up. Tommy Makinson's been...
Come on, England.
Hits it in play, but a foul on Sam Tompkins.
It's a late hit on Sam Tompkins here. This could be a yellow card. I think they're quite strict on this kind of tackle. Protect the half-backs of the game. A late hit, blindside hit.
I think you take 2 points here as well.
Yeah, I would as well, definitely.
2 points gives
Just
you a
watch.
4-score lead, doesn't it?
That's late. That could be a yellow card. They've come down very, very heavily in the NRL on this. The late cheap shot, blindsided. So late. He's got to go for that. He's got to go. Go and have a rest. Go and have 10 minutes.
Milford, isn't it?
Here we go. Anthony Milford.
That tackle is unacceptably late.
He's in it. He's in the sin bin.
He had to go.
10 minutes in the sin bin. Anthony Milford.
Well, they're a bit like a chamois leather at the moment, aren't they? Samoa, the end bits are just not good. Little bits of rubbish in their game. They're just
I don't know where
frayed a
I
little
didn't
bit.
know where you were going in with that.
No,
to be honest. I have no idea.
I'm still not sure.
Phil
to be
Wet.
No,
honest.
but it's
Phil
not
Wet.
just raggedy, innit? And wet. Just not what they want. You know, it's just not the complete performance.
Samoa got a player in the sin bin, and had the chance for England to get 2 points.
Ill discipline in defence there. Just doesn't win your football
No.
games.
They look like a side now that kind of realise the big game is France.
It's a bit harsh on Chamois Leathers, though, isn't it? sacrifices they can be terrific. Tommy Makinson with a chance here to give his side a 4-score lead. As it stands now, the mathematics, Samoa have to score 3 tries and kick 3 goals to get level. This will take him into 4-try territory if he's curling in. Oh! Uses the post, bounces in, and he's got there somehow.
26-6 in favour of England, folks.
Not as clean a strike, but same as our 2 points.
I think England will kick on now. That's terrible.
That's cheap.
It's whiplash, that, isn't it? And then that kick.
Well, I mean, for our viewers watching, that's why they're there, they're protected. The half-backs that play the game, if they're hit late, the whiplash injuries are often more dangerous than the contact part of it.
The whole body relaxes, doesn't it? And then somebody hits you like that. So, England looking fairly confident now. 26 points. I'm saying now, look fairly confident from minute 1, but scoreline now with the time ticking on.
Here we go.
He's looking very good from their point of view.
Just watch him again. You know, the forwards, the backs are taking the ball up. First of all, Farnworth, that was Callum Watkins. They needed the halfway line, and it's a penalty again. They're just falling to pieces at the moment, Somoa.
And England are good. England are dominant. England are doing all the things that they've been asked of.
It's about 43,000 in here today.
Go on, England boys.
13,199 to be attacked. We've counted them all. 16 minutes to play. England in the driving seat and looking for more. This now is a big effort from Thompson. Victor Radley playing in the dummy half position now. Chris Hill takes it on. England are looking for more. They want some more. It's pumped out towards Herbie Farnworth.
I had to try for England. Get in.
There's the try. There's the celebration. And there's the England win.
30 points to 6.
Herbie Farnworth, he gets the one-on-one opportunity, and Somoa is short of numbers, and he's going to beat anybody. He just took the outline on his defender, and he couldn't be stopped from 5 metres out.
How often is a bouncing ball, you know, dangerous? Ball goes aground again. Kitchens come in, he exposes inside player, and he's just run a great line, really. Just watch it. Ball's on the floor. But number 4, Crichton's gone in. He goes late. It's just an easy finish, really.
He's too big, too fast.
Yeah, just really easy finish for Farnworth. There's another Samoan player on the ground injured. They were short in the defensive end once again. Just got to kick on now. Next, just be absolutely clinical now. Last 15 minutes, just put some more to the sword.
Well, they have been good. I think sometimes the nervousness over England performances over the years has been that they let teams back into things, but they've clearly been dominant today.
As I've said before, I think the New Zealand and Australian sides have had the advantage on the outside backs, maybe. You know, but the whole England team, the forwards have laid the platform, and the backline as well have come in and done some special things. Very, very solid performance.
This is just the start of it. So many matches to look forward to. But England have christened this tournament in sensational style. Tommy Makinson steps back, rolls up, sends it goalward, over it goes. His kicking has been superb today. It's been very much a part of this.
And he's got the kick. It's now 32-6.
Well, there you see the bounce pass for Farnworth. Stops the defender. Crown was going in. Once Farnworth picked the ball up, he couldn't get out again. As simple as that.
You think he's had a good day?
Yeah, you know, it's just everyone slightly pessimistic about this game, weren't they? There was a bit of a banana skin, really, but you know, England very, very dominant performance so far.
There's just been a quiet confidence coming out of the England camp. I mean, you talked to Sean Wayne, as we did in the build-up today, and earlier in the week about the strength of this Samoan side and the star quality of this Samoan side, and he's kept saying, yeah, they're good, but we've got some good players as well.
And he's right.
He's right.
And that's the way you should approach it. He understands working with them day in, day out. What a quality team this England is.
Johnny Lomax would have been in the side, but he's injured. Alex Walmsley would have been in the side, but he's injured. Well, Mark Percival would have been in the side, but he's injured. That tells you the strength of depth in English Rugby League at the moment. 5 gone, last to play. Williams again. That boot of his trying to cause problems, and well, it did cause problems for Somoa. He didn't know whether to stick or twist. In the end, he had to concede the dropout.
He had to play it. The ball, the last bounce just checked, and Williams was right behind him, so he had to play that ball again.
He was trying to give it his best shot, wasn't he, to go out, because they need the ball desperately, Samoa, so he has to take the risk. But Williams was on the fly. He was flying down there to try and get himself a score from his own kick, and you're right, Sully has to play that ball.
Yeah. Good options from the kick as well. You've got Wells being left-footed, Williams right-footed, and Tompkins is chipping in as well. So, you know, the kicking game has come on so much from England. It's a big part of the game as well.
Head injury assessment here. Dropout is short. Somoa wants it back, and they get it back. No, they don't. Didn't get over the 10-metre line. It's a penalty right in front of the sticks for England.
Took 2 more. Time off the clock.
Yes, get in.
Well, this is the fact that there's a discussion going on here tells you that they want more points. They don't want 2. They might want 6 here.
Well, they're not looking for points.
Yeah, they tap. They go. Never mind the 2. We want the 6.
You know on the field, you know how the defence are. I think they know they can score now.
Big muscular effort from Whitehead. Has he got it in? Oh, look at that for a celebration. He'll tell you I'm over. Elliot Whitehead. It's been all about the fancy backs. What about the big bruisers? Has he got a try here?
I think he has.
Think it could be another try for England, folks.
The number 7 ball straight to the try line. I'm going over, you aren't stopping me.
Can we get
I think
a
he
nice
gets
slow
it down,
close up
sticks his hand out and shoves it
all
down.
angles to see grounding? Need to see vision of the ball, please. Yeah, just lose sight of the ball from the foot there for a second. Have you got one from the other side, the touch judge view? Yep, we'll just freeze frame right there, thank you. Yeah, Elliot Whitehead maintains possession, grounds the ball. Thanks, Director.
That's a try. He knew he'd scored.
Try confirmed. There you go. Try confirmed.
Another try, 36-6 in favour of England.
Nobody could have expected this, could they?
They'll be happy with that, Elliot Whitehead. Holloway should have done a little bit better there to see Samoan defenders, but this is Elliot Whitehead saying, stop me if you can, and they couldn't.
I think the most pleasing thing for England would be, how they've stopped giving opportunities, to Samoa side. They're a very, very dangerous side. All those Penrith Panthers backs, half backs, ball carrying forwards, but they haven't been given the platform and the field position to launch the attack, and I think that's been the most pleasing for England, the total control.
38-6 in favour of England, folks.
Samoa have felt, I'm not taking anything away from England's performance. I think it's been clinical, sharp, exciting as well at times with the ball movement. Certainly Samoa have contributed to their own downfall.
Well, they've put a marker down, haven't they? England, here we go.
Still got 10 minutes left to play. England could fill their boots here, couldn't they? We've got to be seeing better of Samoa.
See, you come on here to have a go at me on a rugby live stream. That's sad.
Samoan Tongan quarterfinal now after this, and that's going to be a heck of a display. Samoa have got to get themselves themselves back up and running. Before that, here comes Mickey.
Come on, England! Go on! Yeah!
England have gone from back to front. They're over once more. Whitehead with a second. English rugby league.
42-6 in favour of England.
That just sums it up for me, the whole game, really. Just watch. Pass for George Williams. All right, let's have a little look at it. Just Crichton on the outside. Look at the support play. Any number of English players could have scored there. That for me has just summed up this performance. You know, the desire of the English players from the start, I think.
Great break from Makinson. England had plenty of 6 white jumpers on the inside. He could have taken his pick. Farm was jockeying him along.
Thought he could have. I think Farnworth looked at the referee and said, "That's forward," and then said, "No, it's not. He's not calling it."
I think Sean Wayne said the same there.
He thought it was a forward pass. He was sitting down. Well, I tell you, if you've not got tickets for these England games of this World Cup, what are you doing? Get yourself sorted out, because this, if you're an English rugby league fan, all roads lead to Bolton next week. This could be a very, very special few weeks. Making some of the kick, over it goes. 44 points to 6.
44 points to 6 in favour of England.
And saw this as an outcome.
Well, not me. I did expect an England win, because I thought that blueprint of last week, their warm-up game, they showed their prowess. I think the coach deserves all the credit. He's picked the right team. He's given the right messages. They've executed those messages, and they've been totally dominant this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been an all-round performance by the English side. I think that, you know, Victor Radley has been immense. He's a great addition, you know, to this England side.
Oh, and there they go. They put it out of play. Penalty back on the halfway line.
Just falling a bit now, aren't they?
Jamie Peacock, I mean, you've been involved. We go back to 2006 when you were involved in that Great Britain victory over Australia in Sydney. Do we have to go back as far as that for a performance as good by England or Great Britain since?
Yeah, I just think for the England team, it's as good as it gets. You want to lay a marker down for the tournament, and I just think the players should take a bow from 1 to 17. Every player, I'm trying to think of one player that's a standout, but it's difficult to do because every player's been involved, everybody's had an involvement. I think before the game, we were talking about Somoa being a team full of superstars. Well, the England performance made them look like a rabble full of individuals. It's just been outstanding from all of them. It's exceptional. It's proud to be.
Williams with a kick to the corner. Here they go.
Yes! Oh, this is the route! This is the route!
Muted for the moment because the referee's going to the big screen. He thinks try on the field. Tommy Makinson is certain it's try on the field.
It is a try on the field. He's gone back down.
This is a route. A route and then some.
I agree with Jamie. I think England have been very, very good, but you know, Samoa for me have been very poor. But they've been made to look poor because of a dominant England, you know, performance. And you're talking,
yes, please.
New Zealand and Australia will be a total kettle of fish. You will enjoy this performance and just try and build on it. Great finish.
Let's just go through that Samoan team. You know, Isaac Tago winning a grand final for Penrith a couple of weeks ago. Stephen Crichton, likewise. Brian Toho, likewise. Jerome Luai, likewise. This is the cream of the NRL.
Yeah, side kick chases on.
So he's been made to look
through here. I want to make sure there's no interference.
Samoan team has been out-threaded again there, because you've got Farnworth pushing at the line, Whitehead pushing at the line.
We're going to go through close up on grounding down the touchline, please. Can we get a camera down the touchline and pick up on grounding?
The full back isn't in the picture.
Clean pick-up, remains in the field of play. Thank you, Director. I've seen all angles to make my decision.
What's just doing there? You should call that straight away. That's a try. I need to go to the video ref.
Take him out, Tommy.
Game 44-6. It's now 44-8 in favour of England, folks.
What are England going to do? Well, this has been brilliant for England.
one of the options today that people were thinking, well, a good England performance in a tight defeat against Samoa would be good.
Yeah, you know, you looked at the team sheets and you thought, right, this is going to be a close game. But you know, the game isn't played on paper, so England have been absolutely brilliant today. And I think, again, it's not allowing, you know, the big Samoan forwards to run at them in their own kind of 10-metre area. I think it's been a very great tactical performance, you know, by England.
And remember, the only points that Somoa have scored today have come off an England pass. Makinson's kick, look at that, flies like an arrow.
And England have hit 50 points to 6.
And gives England a 50 points to 6 lead against Samoa. Simply unthinkable 2 hours ago. Now it's the stuff of daydreams. And there's still 5 minutes to play. There could be more.
Well, we said they've got to, you know, keep on playing, keep on going at the Samoans. You know, they shot the bits of Samoans, and now the tries are coming, you know, very, very easy for England.
Come on, England! Come on, England! Come on, England!
Get your heads together, you've got to pick a man of the match. Suspect they might be wearing white. England bringing forward again. No pressure, fellas, but we need a quick decision on this.
Quick decision on this. Team performance has been so stunning.
Yeah. I think it's like, you know, Jimmy Peacock said you couldn't pick one player.
Oh, they're going again here, England, they're going again here. They're putting forward Victor Radley with a pass to Tompkins. Samoa's defence is at 6s and 7s. England stop, but there's 1 play to go.
Hi, Lewis. How are you doing? I am doing a stream. It's a try! It's a try for England. And England are now on to 54. 54! And just to let you guys know, I am doing a stream not long after this game for Australia versus Fiji.
But unfortunately, you know, they've lacked that try-scoring killer instinct today. I think this will give England so much confidence in their offensive play. They're confident with the attack, with the defensive play, with the kicking game. I know this will be huge for them. You know, to score this amount of points in a World Cup, the defense is very, very poor, you have to say. But, you know, you have to score these tries.
So it'll be interesting to see how the game plans out. But guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new. We are not long to go into the end of the stream.
Nine out of 10 so far. Tommy. I don't think he would have thought today he'd been attempting 11 kicks at goal. Here he comes. Hoofs it again.
Oh, he missed this time.
This time. And the boos. The good-natured boos from the England crowd.
Here's a try again. That's too easy, you know. They're not so short in numbers on the short side. Lua's on the wing there. I don't know where the Samoan defenders have gone.
By my reckoning, Sam Tompkins is the only back not to have scored today. Right, man of the match. Who's your man of the match?
Well, we've looked at it, we've charted. I think Watkins has been brilliant, Williams has been brilliant, Wellesby, but I think for us today, I think Kazoo man of the match is, of course, Victor Radley. I think he's been brilliant.
Well, he's been involved in pretty much everything that England's done well. Certainly at the start of the game, in the first 30 minutes, he really took the England team forward. You've seen him jumping a little bit, acting half towards the back end of this game, and been instrumental there.
Story of Victor, a 24-year-old Australian born at forward, but it's his dad, Nigel, from Sheffield. For that reason, he decided he wanted to play for England at 24. That was a big decision. This is going to be a 40-20, I think, is it? As it rolls and rolls and rolls. Is there any anything England can't do today?
Well, I think, that's trying to get the score on the scrum set again. Look at them, get the play in.
They've got Somoa dangling on the end of a rope.
I think that's a skill that's been underused, I think, in the rugby league game.
Here come England again now. There was the kick, but England immediately setting up for the attack from that. It happens very quickly. England with Radley. Radley spinning it left. Burgess! Burgess!
Yes!
How long is that list of try scorers now? Burgess over. England up to
58-6 against Samoa, folks.
We're running out of words to describe how good this English performance is today.
Well, everybody talked about the physical prowess of Samoa today and what they would have to offer. Tom Burgess has shown that we've got some big players, we've got some strong players, we've got some aggression up front, and he just barges his way over the line. Stop me again, but they can't. He picks out Milford and he just barges him over the line. There you go, Tom.
I think the first 10 minutes, Burgess was huge as well. He softened them up, and then I think Sean Wayne said in his pre-match interview that, look, everyone talking about the Samoan ball carriers, and to be honest, the English pack have totally dominated their opposition.
Agreed. Brilliant all-round performance from England.
The last kick of the game is by Tommy Makerson to get England the 2 points, which potentially could make it England 60, Samoa 6.
Individual efforts by Samoa.
Makinson adds the goal after the full-time hooter. Unbelievably, 60 points for England.
Full time, England 60, Samoa 6. Like, subscribe with the notification else, and also, folks, look out on the channel for the new playlist, which is the 2021 Rugby League World Cup live watch-along playlist, where you guys can get all your live watch-alongs on there, and they're also on the Rugby live watch-along playlist as well, but there is a dedicated playlist for all the watch-alongs for the Rugby League World Cup. I'll see you guys in literally not long for about 7:15 for the game, the second game of the day.